Hey, I'm Stimming. In this video, I will show you 3 tips of how to play a DAWless live set. It's not necessary only for DAWless live sets, but that's the focus here. There's a masterclass out on SINEE with a double E at SINE, where you can stream the whole masterclass where I talk about literally anything DAWless live set. That means no computer on stage. In this video, I give you a little appetizer. 3 tips that are valuable for your live play. First, only with the model samples and the reload pattern or function all. Then Blackbox and DFAM. Then Blackbox and model samples. Let's jump in. I have the model samples here, which will be the basic drum machine that I'm, the basic one-shot sample player / drum machine that I'm going to be using. And I have this groove here. And any electro machine has this function where you can control all the, in this case it's 6 tracks or 6 instruments, all together with the push of a button, which is on the model samples is the track control all button, and you can tweak all instruments at once. However you tweak it. On the Digitakt it's the function, and there's one thing that you need to know beforehand, the save. Temporary save your patch, because then you can reload it at the push of a button. So what shall I do? I can reduce low frequencies, add some reverb, maybe delay. And we're back in the game. That's the reload pattern, it's function and pattern. Let me show you another variant. So I press track, I lower the volume a bit, give it a bit more reverb. I also want to have a bit of a different tone. And then I switch on the loop on every sample, lower the volume, and then I shorten the sample time. Lower the volume, so the drop is going to be hitting more. Yeah. That's it. All right. Another trick that I want to show you is how to make the DFAM spit out polyrhythms without the need to actually touching it afterwards. Here we have the Blackbox, which spits out one trigger. I use a bass drum signal here, which is very, very short. Just this little tiny, it sends out to the DFAM, which is enough for it to be triggered. It's connected to the advanced clock input, while the output from the DFAM here goes back into the Blackbox so we can hear it. And of course, yeah, I need to activate the run button on the DFAM. So that's a pattern. If it's exactly what is displayed is being played, that's the half bar DFAM. And now I change the advanced clock to the trigger input, so the tempo from the sequencer will run independently from the triggers. The triggers still are 16th being spit out by the Blackbox. And all of a sudden, it's interesting, you don't have to do anything. Actually, you can use the tempo knob for raise excitement. The trick is made for you having some hands free, because it sounds so interesting without the need to be actively tweaking it. And yeah. The third trick that I will show you consists of the Blackbox and the model samples, and the trick here is the Granular engine from the Blackbox, which we will be using for making variations, just like in the trick beforehand. It's something that amplifies the interesting parts, like the little details here and there, so you don't have to do them on your own. I have this groove here, which I record into the Blackbox. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bzz. It's here. So I switch to granular mode. In the config page, I switch to toggle. Oh yeah, by the way, the routing is MIDI. The Blackbox is the master, sends out the MIDI to the electron. The electron comes back into the input, and the input is monitored live so we can hear it. The recording, I switch to toggle. That means once I switch it on, it's going to play forever, as long as the envelope is open and, for example, there's a loop mode. And I change the loop mode to forward, and if I play it now, it's just playing on top and it's going to play forever. Now I reduce the speed and the density. Of course, I cut away low frequencies. I can also reduce the grain size a little bit. And I widen the panning. And now it's just making variations. Oh, I can even put them in the hello, where are you? Where are you? FX, here we are. In the reverb. You hear? It's just like spitting out stuff left and right. Could be even less, I believe. A little lower density. Let's go. Switch off the... Could also, of course, like heighten the density to do it like this. Give it more low, and then you can maybe pitch it. And now it's frozen at this stage. Lower the grain size. Oh, there's a scatter window. Oh, it's way too low actually. And that's just the bass drum. Of course, harmonic content is much more valuable here. Yeah, that was the third trick. I hope you learned something. Those things will be explained in detail in the masterclass, where I'm talking about DAWless live sets, which you can look now and stream now on sine.de, sine with a double E at the end.